Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack, and today I think is a good time to review my Kafatek MC5 grinder. I've been with this grinder for about 6 months. I think it's a good time to actually do the review. Few informations for those of you who don't know about this grinder. It's made in US, it's a hand assembled. They call it a boutique grinder because they produce it in a small batches. It is a conical grinder, but it has a dual grinding system, so there is like a pancake of burrs. The burrs are made by the Kafatek, so they call them shuriken burrs. The top burr is there to crush the beans and slowly feed them into the second burr where you do the fine adjustments, fine grindings. The second burr is a 71mm burr. They are coated with some layers, titaniums, whatever. It offers stepless adjustments, so that's what we would expect from a high-end grinder. It has a low retention. I would say on a daily use, whatever you put in, you will probably get out. It has magnetically attached chute as well, so that helps maybe to keep the grinder clean. The chute itself is very short. It is a relatively heavy grinder. It weighs 28 pounds. The grinder operates in a low speed here, 120 RPMs. Grinds maybe 1 gram per second. They don't give the informations about the engine, the motor power, but I got it from one of the viewers, so I will read it to you, but to be honest, I have no idea what it means. So the power of engine 90 watts, and that's a gear 15:1, 7.9 nanometer torque. In today's video I will talk about a few things that I like about this grinder, and I will also mention the things that I don't like about this grinder. At the end we will do an espresso and a pour over, and I will talk about the flavor notes you can expect from this grinder. So if you're as excited as myself, definitely click like, consider subscribing, and well, let's do it! So the things that I like about this grinder, and there are not that many, but they are very important. So the quality, it is really well built. I'm not an engineer, but I heard people who are commenting how well assembled it is. Attention to the details, the quality of the materials they use. The engine itself is rated for 10,000 hours. Burrs are rated for almost 800 kg of coffee. The burrs are aligned as well to the perfection, and they do test it. So when they send the grinder to you, they give you the report. They test every grinder against the benchmark. They do the refractometer readings and so on, and they show you the results of those reports. The burrs themselves, they take some time to settle, about a week or two, and then the grind settings will change, sometimes dramatically, but after that initial period the grinder is very consistent. It is also extremely quiet. So that's how it sounds without any beans in. The most important thing for me, it makes amazing espressos. I will talk about the flavor notes later on, but I compared it with all other electric grinders that I have, and it was always on top. Sometimes by a fraction, but it was always better than the other. So yes, this is a high-end grinder. Now, the negatives, and actually there is a huge list of the negatives. Look. So first of all, let's be frank with each other. It is ugly. When you put it against other high-end grinders, well, it would not win a beauty contest. You can upgrade it to different colors and so on. You can make it slightly better looking, but you have to pay a lot for that. Probably like 450, 500 pounds if you want to personalize the entire grinder. And also the quality of certain accessories it comes with. Okay, the accessories are not important, but when I buy something, especially a high-end boutique or whatever you call it, I'm expecting every aspect of that purchase to be a top of the range. You get that WDT, which I really like. You get RDT bottle. I will come back to RDT later. And then you get that. I feel ashamed each time I actually show it to you. So that's the high-end dosing cup. You know what? You pay so much for the grinder. You would like to get something better. And that's another thing. You don't even get a proper catching cup. You can grind directly into the portafilter, but I like to use a catching cup. So my solution, I got this cup, I think on Amazon, maybe eBay or Ali. And I use the cola. I think it's the 51mm cola. And it fits nicely on top. And it kind of works, and the style of it is okay. Now another thing, something that I also mentioned in the positives, but here is a negative aspect. It is so quiet. When it finishes the grinding, I don't really hear it. And there is no light, so you don't know when it's on and off. Now the grind indicator. When you think about something like DF83, that's, let's call it a mid-range grinder. And you get it with the nice solution, nice grind indicator. What kind of nice grind indicator can we expect from the high-end grinder? Well, you get a sticker. What? Sticker. You get a sticker, which is a solution of the kind, because as I mentioned, the burrs, they need a week or two to settle, and then everything will change, the settings will change, so you would have to readjust it. Since I got it, I already replaced the sticker with the different one, because the first one came off. And then another complaint, if you want to use it for the pour over, you would end up somewhere over here for the pour overs, so then you might need another sticker with a different color, just for your pour overs. Kafatek people, you are clever people. It's not beyond you to find a better solution. Or at least give us some stickers. So there is that anti-popcorning thing inside. That often wet bin can stack here or can stack somewhere. So when I open it, there is often a piece of bin stuck to the like a bottom walls or something, but that's mostly because of that RDT. And the last negative, it is bloody expensive. On top of the price, you have to pay the shipping, which is kind of obvious, but also a high tax, a duty, and also a long waiting list. If you order it now, you will probably get it, if you're lucky, in December. I talked a lot. I need some coffee. Let's make an espresso first. So I'm going to use the coffee from Costa Rica Horsham Coffee Roasters, kind of a plum, raisins, medium roast coffee. It should be perfect for today. A Liva style profile on a decent. Cheers. Nice body. Imagine the combination of body and clarity. The harsh notes are eliminated almost completely. There is a bitterness, but there is a pleasant, mild bitterness. Takes away some imperfections from the coffee. I mean, if you put a shitty coffee through it, you will get a shitty espresso, but less shitty than you would expect. I'm getting sweetness, I'm getting depth of the flavors. I can look for the nuances. I remember the first time I tasted the coffee on this grinder, the coffee that I knew really well, and I couldn't believe it's the same coffee. It works great as an espresso. It also works really good with the milk-based drinks. The flavor notes, all they are rounded, nice. And that's sometimes what I'm missing, that kind of a sharpness, that edge. Not necessarily with this coffee. This coffee is perfectly balanced, but with some other coffees, you want that punch there, and you won't get it from here. You get a nice, very nice flavors. You would be surprised how good the coffee can taste. But sometimes you feel like you are missing something, and that's why I also order a Max 2. So now we're going to use my good old V60 with the Lily Drip. The coffee that we're going to use today, that's the Curve Coffee Roasters. Juicy body, strawberry sweets and nectarine. We have a coffee ready. Cheers. There is a clarity, but it's lacking kind of a depth of the flavor. So the flavor notes are there, but they feel kind of muted. It's still probably one of the better pour-overs I got from this grinder, but I think if I put it against something like Comandante or K Ultra, the overall satisfaction would be higher. This grinder kind of makes all the flavor notes more rounded, and it works for the espresso really well, but for the pour over where you would like, again, more of that sharpness here and there, you probably would miss it. My final conclusions. First of all, I'm really happy with this grinder. It exceeded my expectations. It is a great espresso grinder. I'm really satisfied with that, and the most important things, the flavor notes, the taste, the workflow, everything works really well for me. The question is this worth the price tag? That's something that you probably would have to answer yourself. This is a grinder for coffee geeks, coffee fanatics that we are chasing for that percent here, percent there. You can get a really good results with something like DF83 that I have here. But yeah, if you are looking for the best of the best, if you only want to get one high-end grinder, I would strongly consider getting MC5. If any of you already have MC4, MC5, let us know what you think about them. If you have any other high-end grinders, well, brag about it. Let us know what you have and how happy you are with that. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!